Horizon Forbidden West is the sequel to the beloved Horizon Zero Dawn, and it does exactly what a good sequel should. It iterates on what made the game great and pushes itself beyond that. The open world of the Forbidden West beckons you with enticing quests in every corner and robot dinosaurs around every bend with enough variety to feel excitingly fresh, while also feeling familiar, like a warm blanket wrapped around your shoulders on a cold night. Simple fetch quests expand into beautiful stories, and Aloy remains at the center of this world, as a character you are immediately drawn to and root for. There are few sequels that so elegantly expand upon the original like this game, and it's an RPG you can't miss.
You think you can hurt me?
Yeah. Oh, didn't like that, did you? Time to finish this.
You're coming with us! Nice and easy!
Don't think so.
Final Fantasy VII is universally loved, so it's no surprise the Final Fantasy VII Remake would end up on here. The beautifully detailed world you were already familiar with has changed. It seems bigger, more epic, and impresses at every turn. The world feels lived in, and the environment is vibrant. This is truly a reimagining of a classic. Final Fantasy VII Remake honors the original game, while also introducing new elements to update it for modern players. Gone is the turn-based setup of the original game, and in its place is a real-time combat system that immediately feels more kinetic and dynamic. Your favorite characters have also gotten more depth, giving them even more pathos, and helping you fall in love with them all over again.
Sorry, I know it's sudden. Why don't you lead the way?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla brilliantly returns elements of the stealthier aspects of the franchise without compromising the elements fans love about the newer Assassin's Creed games. Valhalla ushers in the return of stealth, even giving you a tailing mission in the main campaign that harkens back to Brotherhood days. It also gives you a chance to take part in Viking raids and take a battering ram to a castle's gates to enjoy the spoils that lie within. In this game, you can complete an assassin's contract from the safety of anonymity, and 10 minutes later you can blow a Viking horn while standing on the stern post of a long ship, ushering in your crew's arrival with flair. Valhalla has a beautiful story set in a gorgeous 9th century England, both of which will stay with you after you put the controller down. The Outer Worlds is a game that lets Obsidian show off its best talent making RPGs with great dialogue, engaging characters, and a world that drags you in and never lets you go. The Outer Worlds feels like Firefly and Mass Effect had a neon space baby, and you are the caretaker of its future. Sure, this game asks you to do a lot of talking in order to get to the best Systemic Medias bits it has to offer, but almost every conversation you have with the denizens of Halcyon will delight you in some way. Brilliant voice acting coupled with cracking writing and surprisingly deft facial animations means you're going to be picking favorites and picking them fast. This only makes every decision more difficult, which is the mark of a great RPG. The ability to make you sweat with anxiety over a superficially innocuous dialogue option. Welcome to Yharnam, a gloomy and somber city straight out of a gothic novel, whose inhabitants are suffering through a plague, not just of the illness type, but also the dangerous beast type. Yharnam, despite being the last place you'd want to visit IRL, will entice you, begging you to return back to it long after you've bested its worst. You'll want to knock on more doors, and hear the bizarre cackles of villagers, or walk along another rooftop in an attempt to find a hidden mystery. Bloodborne's streamlined RPG elements have you working with 6 stats, and the character creator lets you design some of the coolest Victorian Gothic heroes ever. Sorry to drop some major life lessons on you, but the people you surround yourself with says a hell of a lot about you as a person. The same principle applies to Dragon Age Inquisition. Adventuring around its massive, dangerous areas alone would lead to you becoming a bloody red smudge pretty quickly. So tailoring your group of followers will depend entirely on how you prefer to play. Bloodthirsty melee players will benefit from keeping those mages at a distance to buff you in combat. Or if you prefer to stay safely away from the action, you'll need to befriend the Iron Bull, who's buff in a very different way. Getting swept up in the story, and to acquaint with each of the characters is enough motivation to return to Inquisition's world time and time again. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a leap forward for Ubisoft's stabby series. For the first time, you have NPCs to romance and dialogue options. Then combine those brand new features with the return of naval combat and enough side quests or locations or hidden secrets to keep you busy for days, and you've got Odyssey. Your Misthios, Alexios, or Cassandra is truly yours to shape however you wish. With 9 endings to unlock, the way you end specific quests will end up having an impact on the world around you, whether that's for the better or worse. This game will be kept you busy for over 100 hours if you choose to explore everywhere and do everything. After this RPG, Assassin's Creed is never going to be the same again.
That looks suspicious. I see.
Elden Ring introduces you to a breathtakingly beautiful world filled with bizarre, twisted lore. From poisoned swamps to cursed kings, the lands between is fascinating and fearsome. Elden Ring is an absolute beast, taking the best parts of the From Software formula and injecting them with refreshing new elements that attract veteran and beginner players alike. If you want to avoid the big bad boss early on in the game, just hop on your horse Torrent and go level up a bit, or find a better weapon tucked away in a castle full of mean magicians. There are tons of options for players that mean countless permutations of weapon, armor, and stat builds, giving you so many ways to play this game.
to be born.
Well, a lowly tarnished, playing as a lord. I command thee now!
Brandish the Elden Ring. For all of us.
Link is a blank canvas. A wonderful, quiet blank canvas that you can turn into stealthy Sheikah, a fully armored knight, or someone who runs around in their underwear throwing chickens at Moblins. Link's personality is so malleable that you can do whatever you want in this game, and it just feels right. Despite the apocalypse that's on the way, people have their own business to be getting on with, and let you do exactly the same. From spotting the tip of a new tower in the distance to navigating one of the mysterious mazes on the edge of the map, your surroundings are so intriguing that the world practically begs you to get distracted, fitting perfectly into the idea that Link has woken up after decades in slumber and just can't stay still.
That look on your face tells me that you have no recollection of me, however.
I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing.
Here it comes!
You must save her, my daughter.
Elder blood flows in Ciri's veins.
There's nothing quite like The Witcher 3. One moment, you can help put the soul of a noon raid to rest, and the next you can head to the Passiflora and engage in some heavy petting. With a fantastic mix of tough but fun combat, brilliant writing, and truly difficult decisions, The Witcher 3 will sink its hooks into you faster than you can say, "Wind's howling!" Geralt of Rivia is both reviled and required by the people of this mythical world, and the tension of being an outsider in an environment that's growing more prejudiced by the minute is palpable.
Geralt, this is my story. Let me finish telling it.